All right, y'all, it's Pizza Hulk. We're back here today in Minecraft in our Essentials add-on run. Um, if you've been following the series, you may be looking at Pizza right now and you're going, Pizza, you look a little different. Hmm. I do look a little different. And if you look over there at Days Played, that might explain at least a little bit why. Many, many 20-minute sessions have occurred since the last video, and yeah, they help us get this outfit. Along with the Essentials add-on, helped me also achieve this first time, by the way, accomplishment. I did cheat a little. I'll explain in a bit, but not really that much. I mean, I had to go get the netherite. Basically, I gave myself the netherite ore scanner. I went to creative mode. I just gave it to myself. I gave myself that, the diamond, and the iron, and I wanted to see how they worked before I made this episode. And we'll talk about the results a little bit later in the video. Obviously, because if you're looking at the toolbar, right, if I go to my inventory, it was good enough to get a full set of armor and I think the full set of netherite tools, if I did it right. I love it. We also got the flow trim with the redstone dust, looking real spiffy. I mean, this is probably the handsomest I've looked in Minecraft, except for my natural skin, which of course is always the most beautiful. But seriously, first time I've ever done netherite gear and tools, and what a pain. I had no idea. And I kind of am not totally mad at myself for not doing this before. But, it, I mean, if you're playing Minecraft, you're going to grind, right? Right. So it's just one more grind. I don't know how much I enjoy it because it's super scary and dangerous at times. Just it's weird how lava becomes your enemy so quickly. Um, just trying to do a simple part of well, what you think is a simple part of Minecraft. It's not. Sorry, I keep tilting the camera. I want to get my cats in. Don't know if you can see my little black and white friend here. He's new. I brought him over from the village, and of course we're gonna have some baby kittens soon. Just haven't quite gotten there yet. Anyway, so today what I want to focus on are two things. Okay, I want to focus on XP building and farming, like it's sort of a day in the life of this playthrough. And then I also want to focus on the Essentials add-on, specifically in this video, where we're going to tackle the actual, like, I'm going to go ahead and just go into creative mode, give myself all the cool little gadgets and whatnots. I'm going to use the different types of ore breakers and show you the different kind of ore, sand, and whatever, and how they're useful, how they're kind of like, you got to be careful with them a little bit too. Decide how you want to use them. I feel like the best use, and I'll explain it, like I said, in a bit, is going to be, you know, kind of using them back and forth, turning them on and off. So we'll go through how to do that through the settings in our fancy little book here, Essentials Guidebook, right? Actually, I'm not using that yet, so we'll just, yeah. Got a crossbow. I've been working on a trident as well. We've gone up and down in levels a lot. We're at level 26 right now. We're in a good spot. We're heading towards 30, right? I don't really have anything that I need to make, and I mean I could for like start working on spares since we've got like the full netherite gear here, or a different kind of setup, something with a bit more of like fire protection. Although it's netherite gear, so I'm pretty good on that. Or a blast protection. I kind of would like projectile protection. Maybe on in like two pieces. But we'll see. We'll see. Uh, just to back up diamond gear. Now, I would have backup diamond gear, but of course I turned my diamond gear, thankfully. I didn't know. I was kind of. I thought I had to remake everything, which is good because I used so many diamonds. I had no idea how many diamonds this was going to take with the trim, especially all the trim and all the netherite and everything. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Uh, but let's run through the armor. I think the only thing different on this piece right here is that I managed to get Aqua Affinity. We got the thorns up to level 3 on this. I got a book with thorns too, so I don't think I had thorns on the pants last time. I'm pretty sure I didn't. And I think the boots are just the same. In good shape, right? Plus, I have the knockback resistance is pretty dope, I've got to say. If there was one reason I think, I mean, beyond the fact that this stuff doesn't burn up in lava and all that kind of good stuff, I mean, it actually was pretty helpful. I gotta be. It helped me in a pretty big fight with some. Well, I had skellies and zombies all at the same time. I was getting like jumped, and well, anyway, it worked out well. Worked out very well. Anyway, let's go to sleep. Bing. Got my Uber shovel. And so we're gonna do a typical day in the life of pizza in this playthrough. Good morning. What a beautiful sunrise. Gorgeous day. Now, I want to point out a couple of things. It's funny because this goofy little game with these cute little square cats and the punching trees and all the memes and tropes and everything. It can overwhelm you very quickly, particularly if you're trying to build up a lot of experience, try to get your tools set up early. I'm trying to get to the point where I can just play the game. I can go anywhere, I can do whatever I want. I've got what I need. I got backups. And if I want to just leave one day and go 2,000 blocks in a different direction and start over, I'm in like the best shape you could possibly be, right? All right, so I pop out the front door, expect some lag, and the first thing I do is I want to see what of my copper has oxidized overnight, if any. And we grab these and just replace any the full oxidized blocks. Boop, boop, boop. This way, pizza. There we go. Let's see. I think I got both up to efficiency 5, although the other one might be efficiency 4. I still have a few enchants that I need to get. Nope, that one's up. Okay, it's the axe. Axe is at efficiency 4. I think most, like, I got both swords where I want them to be. My backup tools are, like, I've got it, like I said, this axe is for pumpkins, this axe is for, or this is for farming, this hoe. I do have a spare shovel too with silk touch so I can get, well, silk touch blocks with the shovel. Hey, look at this sheet. What's up, buddy? I mean, you look gray. There we go. And I just kind of keep an eye on that and pluck them up every now and then. I usually wait till there's a couple of them. It doesn't hurt to just grab one and replace it on occasion. You can see it takes some time. I've been doing this for a couple of days, off and on. And, we only got 39. We got a little over half a stack, but, we're getting there. And my plan is this. So, I feel like I just go ahead and oxidize most of the blocks. And I've got my little bee farm over there, so, Currently, we are focused on cows, and I found it's a little easier on the FPS if we just kind of do one at a time. I still got plenty of chickens and a bunch of eggs sitting in here, right? Hey guys, but cows right now. So it's been a minute. I don't even know though. Yeah. So many days. All right. So yeah, these like I said, these 20-minute periods when I'm around the farm. I mean, we're just gaining stacks. Now you're like, pizza. What is it? What are you dyeing green? Like, how much green things do you need? And then you're looking at these copper blocks, and you're going, okay, maybe there's a plan. Maybe there's something going on. Some giant green build. No. No, no, no. Cactus is pretty much for one thing and one thing only, and that's XP. And you can see there's quite a few dyes been made. I think green dye, I mean, it's weird how different things give you different amounts of experience. You can see our coal's looking pretty good. Or, I mean, our charcoal. Both of the furnaces are filled, so we'll just go ahead and toss all these in. No, you get great XP from these guys. Do I need anything mended? Oh, that's not my fishing pole. I was doing a little fishing to start with. Doesn't really matter. We'll go here. We'll flip this. And we'll get a piece of green dye. And mostly the experience that's locked in here. Little repair. We'll get some for the bow this time. We're at level 26 with like 2 and almost 3 bars. And now we're what? 1, 2, 3, 4.5? Yeah. Not much cooking in here, but I recently did a big cook over here. All these chickens. And then we're going to go right into baked potatoes. Now, I was using the bamboo. I don't think there's any bamboo left in here. It's probably restocked by now. I was using my bamboo to cook all my kelp and everything. But I decided I had, I've got sufficient amounts of stacks of kelp in here. Let's actually toss in some of these. To start switching at least this part of the system over to kelp completely. So all my food and kelp production is based on kelp. But I got a big potato harvest we need to cook. We got all those chickens in there from the last time, and I think so. Basically, that experience from the chickens is sitting in here. The shovel's a little beat up. Let's go to the shovel. Screen's frozen. So I'll let you know. There we go. All right, yeah. Let's do a little bit of shovel fixing here. Boom. Grab that. And that's from cooking all that chicken last time. Boop. Moved up like what? I mean, we moved up some. And next time I come back, I'll have all the baked potato experience sitting in there. And here, we don't really have anything going on right now. I should probably do this ore. And actually, this is great because this will give us a good look into the essential stuff. Hello. Wood gathering's going great. As you can see, I've been working on, a lot of this stuff's already been turned into charcoal, kind of already recycled. The acacia is about the same. The oak is about the same. The cherry's been getting burned, gathered, and now that we've got the giant jungle sapling or jungle trees and dark oak trees, we can start cooking that and turning that into charcoal. Throw those bad boys in there. Let's see if we got any decent amounts trapped in here. I think it's been a minute since I've used this one. Yeah, we're not exactly flying up the charts here, but we are getting things mended. There's a lot of really bad time reversal lag today. I don't know what to tell you. But there we go. My shovel's in much better shape. Good. I was like, man, glad I got that glass going. All right. I got rid of the Paxels basically because of the netherite, but I think they work fine. I don't really have a problem with them. That's the shovel, axe, and pick that are all combined. Let's go over here where I made all this leaf litter. And quickly try to explain how the ore breaker can be your friend. And your enemy. So here's what I would suggest. If you're down in the mines and you don't have silk touch, and you want to use the ore breaker, I think it's not, a bad idea early game. But I think you really want to focus on getting silk touch to get your ore. And then turn it off, right? When you want to use fortune. Because here's how, if I turn ore breaker on, it's off right now. If I turn ore breaker on and I break this block right here, right? Boom. The entire stack breaks. Now the trick is fortune, and it's a fortune 3 pickaxe. Fortune 3 hits sometimes, right? So this block might hit with fortune 3. This block might break just like a regular block. So if I get no fortune 3 effect, I definitely got it on that one, right? But if I had gotten no fortune 3 effect on that and I had ore breaker on, it would bust this whole pile with no fortune 3 effect. If I did get the fortune 3 effect, right, it's a gamble, it would break the entire pile with fortune 3. To get the most out of your ore, I would turn it off. Break one block at a time, because that's the trick with fortune. It doesn't hit every single time. Now they've also turned the rates of copper up. So you get a lot anyway. It's a little hard to tell, but I feel like if I'm mining diamonds with the essentials pack on, yeah, there's a fake. Let me use silk touch. This is another problem with this mod. Pick that up. I don't know what to call them. I guess I'll call them phantom blocks, but these blocks that they don't really break. So like if I try to walk in a straight line, right here, you see, I can't go forward because it believes still a block there. And if you listen, there's not the sound of a block breaking or placing. Time reversal. Yeah, like I said, we'll get into the meat of it. Alright, so we seem to be good there. Nothing floating. But I would say absolutely turn it off for your diamonds. If you don't really listen, you get a lot of copper anyway, right? If you don't care on copper or coal or something like that, that's up to you, right? Just smack it and break it. Same thing, you get a lot of lapis, a lot of redstone. Either way you do it. Boom, boom. Wow, we had a ton stored up in there because I believe we were still under 27. So let's see, we're up to 30 now. I mean, you get way more from ore. 33. Look at that. Yep. So. There we go. I've discussed how the system works before, so, go watch that video. Let's get some sleep. And you're saying, I thought this was a day in the life. Well, I'm saying we're getting there. So we're up 33. We started at, I think, 26, maybe even lower. I don't know. And that's just from unlocking some of the stuff from the smelter. Can you... Yep. Do that. Oh, I bumped my little kitty. Come here. You big there. There you go. Right, so we got the cactus is cooked. We got the copper smelting. Let's go in my box here. We're going to get some wheat. We might need to do a little bit of farming. Again, I didn't netherite everything because, I have like doubles of like pickaxes and swords. We're going to bring up these crazy cows. Oops. There we go. Got a little more wheat in my pocket. Now, this makes me dizzy. It might make you dizzy, so I'm just letting you know. I'll tell you when I'm done. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry. I'm a natural mimic. I can't help myself. It does get me in trouble on occasion. Alright, let's chuck this in here. Like, Joe! Let's see. Throw those in there for the chickens on the next run. We'll get the rest of the seeds in here. Now, because I've got the skelly farm, this is just nice to have around. If I had a beetroot trader, let me grab. I went down one less row of carrots and added one more potatoes because I'm using the potatoes for experience. This is plenty enough for trades with the 1 carrot farmer I have. So cows bread. Now, if I wasn't doing a video, I'd have chickens going too. Like, the lag is fine for me, right? But I didn't want to have it going on during the video. Anyway, how you guys doing? I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're doing what you want to do. And I hope it's going well. Oh, no. There we go. I'm having a nice day. It's beautiful here in Virginia. It's warm. It's going to be like 85 today. But as I mentioned in my last video, we got the AC fixed just in time. You might be thinking 85. Well, that's a lovely day. It's it's warm, but it's not like hot. Pizza lives in the south. On the original land of the swamps. The first ones they found. Well, that in D.C. Anyway, yeah, I live in Virginia. It's humid. All right, let's go turn this into paper immediately. Nope, that's sugar. There we go. One day I'll figure out which one's paper and which one's food. Someday I'll figure out which one's for the food. All right. Speaking of food, yeah, I'm doing all right. I got a few pork chops on me. Another thing Pizza spends a good bit of his time doing. He's chopping down these trees. Now, I've talked about this before, so Silk Touch doesn't really work on the tree breaker. I'd have to turn it off. Just like, so that's a good explanation for the fortune, right? If I've got to turn Silk Touch off to break these trees, then you've got to turn the ore breaker off when you want to get fortune. At least consistently, more often than you normally would. And again, didn't really think this axe. So this is an axe that's got, I managed to get sharpness on. We're still working on the axe. You can see it's sharpness 4 and efficiency 4. This is an expensive axe. Those are going to cost quite a bit. But anyway, bam. Use the tree breaker, let that knock stuff out. And then I kind of am glad that Silk Touch doesn't work like that on this. Because then I can basically just use this farming axe for, farming. But I will say the tree breaker is probably my favorite part of the Essentials add-on. The only thing about that is, of course, that they make plenty of tree breaking add-ons and ore breaking add-ons. And like I said, I would think that probably with most of the ore breakers, you're going to run into an issue where you're, like I said, when you're trying to use fortune, you're going to run into problems. Wow, that really pushed me back pretty far. But the great thing about cherry trees and why I use them so much is because you get a large amount of wood, nice amount of sticks, and just a ridiculous amount of saplings. So you never have to worry about replanting. And the saplings I use generally for, you know, the extra ones for bone meal. So if you don't have that Skelly farm working, you know, get Fortune 3 on that hoe, axe, whatever, anything. Get all those extra seeds from wheat and use cherry saplings to get a significant amount of bone meal when, you know, early game if you need it. If you happen to be near cherry biome or you managed to get a sapling from the wandering trader like I did. You can see the ridiculous amount of saplings we're picking up, sticks. And except for, like, you know, giant dark oaks, pale oaks, and jungle trees, you know, and the big spruce, for just regular trees, I think these guys win. Like, you get, I know you get more than you get from acacias. And acacias drop a decent amount of saplings. But nothing, no, but nothing, I don't think anything drops saplings like cherry trees. Is this not breaking? Is there still wood in there somewhere? No. I guess it was because it was attached to that other tree. But I just want to spend a little time running around grabbing all these saplings to give you just, you know, I'm probably still not going to end up with them all. And the truth is, if I goof around here long enough, they're just going to regrow. And their leaves will become the leaves of other trees, etc. I finally went down. I feel like I'm finally safe to be out here at night. I finally got it under control. I got enough of that ridge line. And finally got all everything lit down here. That it's feeling a bit safer. Oh, we made it to the area where it rains. You know, where the sand is for some reason here. So far, replanting all the trees in the exact same place has worked out. So we're not messing with that. I'll replant. Here's what I think I'm going to do. So we knocked down all the cherries already. We've already got a couple regrowing. What I think is I'll replace these next time with acacia. I'm actually running a little low on the original wood. We started out using the most of, right? Don't worry, we're almost there, folks. because as these trees regrow, they'll keep some of these from. Yeah, I can reach that. They'll get attached to the leaves that are up there, and they'll stop falling, and blah blah blah. And get a little weird. But yeah, and here's the interesting thing about this biome I've never noticed before until I've never really lived in the savannah for very long. Uh, Things grow really fast here. Right? It doesn't rain. It's like the desert over here, right? Like I don't know if it's still raining or not, but I have to basically go to the beach. Yeah, it's still raining over here. See, so I got to come over here to get rain, and it's just wild to me that how quickly like trees grow, how quickly the grass regrows. It is surprisingly plentiful here. Try to help a few of these little spots along the way. Got fortune on the hoe, so hopefully we get that. Look at all these. Like I said, I know this is probably a little annoying, but I do want you guys just to see how many saplings you get from cherry trees. It's just ridiculous. So remember, you just need one. You chop down one tree and you get like 12 more trees just from that one and keep going. And you can have a massive cherry tree biome in just a couple of days. All right. I feel like we've gotten pretty much the majority. Of what I'm going to find from this run. You can still see that it's still dropping. It's like, oh, I should probably just go ahead and quit now. And I walk over here and there's 3. Alright. I would say good enough, right? I'll have a quick look over here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, looks pretty good. So let's go see what our haul is like. So what I really want out of all this, obviously, are either things for trade or things for bone meal, right? Remember, we could have used the shears on the leaves, but look at this. So I think I went out there. Come on. I don't know, with like 20 some odd sapling. So almost 2 stacks of saplings. I don't need any more saplings than what I mean, I've got more than enough right here. I could literally, in fact, I'm going to. I'm just going to split this. Boom, boom. Like that. All right, so sticks. As far as sticks are concerned, I don't know if I have any in my bag. Yeah, I got 12 sticks in my bag, so... Where are we sticking the sticks? I don't think I've collected them in a minute. Right, sticks go in here now. Oh, actually, I think they used to go in here with the rotten flesh. Boom, boom. So I got over a stack. I had this in my bundle already, so yeah, I just kept everything over a stack, right? We've got almost 4 stacks of wood, and then literally, like I said, you know, over 2.5 stacks of saplings we can toss in here and get bone meal for later. Run back downstairs. This is my main charcoal maker. Oh, I forgot to flip it back on. Idiot. Alright, there we go. That's like, no way. Anyway, I've got plenty of cherry. All that's going in for charcoal. This one runs the most. You can see it's actually getting to the point where, you know, we might start backing up at some point. Just want to let you see the whole baked potato experience. Literally, it's giving me tons of experience. Grab a quick nap, hopefully before sun completely rises. Good to go. Bamboo is about ready to harvest. I think for today we're going to lose the shovel, bucket. I'll explain what this is in a bit. And the book and crossbow. Grab these leads from the dead llamas. He probably killed him. I don't know where he killed him or how. Bucket of water, bucket of milk. This is a different guy. Kelp, yellow dye. He just doesn't have anything I want today. Yeah, alright. Let's take biscuits. Now, biscuits, I don't think at a full run, with my character at a full run, I don't know that biscuits is any faster. Right? But, oh, that's right, we got some turtle eggs. He does keep the amount of food that I consume down. And as long as we don't glitch out too bad, we don't tend to fall in the water that often. Get there. Alright. So our skelly friends have started landing. Let's go to the next phase of experience gathering and what pizza does in a day. This will actually be kind of short. Because I've kind of already shown this and you kind of get the idea of what's happening. But Bink, this is my favorite way to gain experience in Minecraft. is to fish, which again, every single time I reel in and catch it, XP. Now, while I'm doing that, skellies are falling from the sky when it's not breaking to fill up that chamber full of skellies so that I can kill them and get their XP. Now, one of the greatest things I think about, excuse me, I need a sip of drink. What a time. About the Essentials add-on pack is that you can, if you have Silk Touch on a Diamond or Netherite pick, you can pick up monster spawners with whatever monster's in them. So, I've shown you before, they turn invisible when you first pick them up in your inventory for some reason. I have no idea why. That's one of the glitches that comes along with the Essentials add-on pack. They turn invisible, but you can't put anything in that slot. And eventually, for some reason that I don't understand, maybe if you log in and out or something, it will show up in your inventory. I've got one inside. I'll show you here in a minute. But it just says, you know, monster spawner, and it says data in purple. And if you look over there in the distance, you see an object that looks similar to the one we're at right now. And that's the first spawner I picked up. That's a poison spider. Poorly built kill chamber. Now, I did go out for lunch again the other day. A quick one. And I just left my character inside letting the skellies build up. It came back, and man, it came real close to crashing the game. Basically, it was like we were down to a few frames a second. And then, of course, we got these. And we'll see what happens, because sometimes it can be really, yeah. See, there was like multiple fish strikes while I was sitting there, and it almost broke the game one day where I was fishing and it broke. And it was stuck for like 30 to 45 seconds. And when I came back, it had to show like all those fish strikes. And it was, it's pretty crazy. Lure 3, it was a lot of strikes. Well, this one's a slow one. We'll make it our last. All right. So, I got my little chest here for just like straight up, you know, the stuff you find when you're fishing. Occasionally, I bring back some of the objects that are I can trade or useful or something, you know. Like, I don't really need this string here. I'll probably bring that back. It won't hurt to have a piece of string here. And occasionally I just throw junk from my inventory in here too, so, you know. Bought that from the trader. Same. Yeah, we'll take those back with us. Anyway, switch to the sword. And remember, we can kill a couple of these guys. Switch to something else, and then let the mending work on that. And then also repair our sword as we go along. There we go, level 35, baby. Usually I pick up, something weird, a bow or some bones. And then down here we have our little system here. We get lots of crappy bows, and even when you do, actually that's probably the best bow I've found in here. You can get enchanted bows. It's usually, it really honestly is usually like Unbreaking 1, maybe Punch 1 or something like that. I've got a couple in here. Yeah, Unbreaking 1. Oh, look at this one. Unbreaking 2, Power 2, Punch 1. That's not bad. Unbreaking 1. Yeah, anyway. Occasionally you get, a nice bow that you can combine. But this is where most of them go, let's be honest, right? The bones get gathered up, the arrows. Honestly, I've been throwing arrows in the lava. I mean, look at this. I'm already set for, like, way too long. So arrows are pretty much going in the lava right now. And then the bones, I just grab a few stacks. Yep, turn it all to bone meal. Boom, just like that. 58 bone blocks. A lot of skellies have died, you guys. A lot of skellies. And that right there's another bone block right there. Yeah. If you're wondering how we got all these enchantments, there you go. I stopped gathering the spare... I was like, you know what? I've got enough gold and iron right now. I don't need to worry about these little spare nuggets. So... that stuff has been going in the flames. I need to get a lava bucket, or yeah, a lava pit set up over here. Because it's basically the same. I'm just gonna ride over and show you guys. There's our nether portal. It's a soul sand valley. We'll get in there in a bit. I want to try to keep it straight in case we hit some lag. I I don't know why I haven't done this yet. Spider spawner is not that great. Alright, they're spawning. Ooh, hello. And I think I recently raided it. Yeah, I took all the string. You can see they die on their own because I built this poorly. But it still gives me string, which is really... The XP I mainly get from the Skelly farm now. So I really just need this thing for string. I will have doors on. Next time. But the biggest problem with this is I made it too wide. I think I would do like a 4 uh, hopper system next time. But what happens is they'll fall down, they get hurt, and then they climb back up, and then they fall down and they die. However, if you do exactly like I do at the other place, sit here and fish, right? They will start to build up in the background. Eventually I'll get a nice little pile of spiders I can go smack and get some XP from. You get a lot of experience from poison spiders. But you get the idea, and then eventually once I get a nice pile in here, just same as the other place, we go in, we kill them all. Walk along this border to get whatever XP we can get. See, that was the one that had fallen and already climbed back up. The best thing for me to do is to stand right about here. And then when they fall, the next batch or whatever, they'll see me. And they'll gain aggro. And they won't immediately climb up. You do get hit sometimes. But I don't know if you saw that one landed and immediately went back up the wall. Like, immediately. So I'm not really sure what to do about those guys. But the good news is, hey, I'm here. I still get the string and the spider eyes, right? But yeah, if I can get it in a good position and gain aggro, sometimes I just kind of goof around in this area, kind of goofing, hopping, moving. It keeps them from climbing back up the wall. And then it's weird. It's like after a while, once enough gain aggro, it's like they know to come over here. And I lose a lot less. So usually I stand, like, I just leave my guy right here. Or sometimes I just stand here and smack them instead of fishing. Walk this wall, and then I always got to go back downstairs because the XP is kind of weird. Excuse me, biscuits. But we get the rest of the experience that we missed by coming underneath. And I could just sit here, honestly, and over time, they'd all die, they'd all fall, and it would fill up with string. So, poorly built. Spider farm. But it's not something I mentioned. You know, it's not something I normally build above ground. So it threw me off a little bit. Is that a horse? Beautiful. Hello. Got him. All right. I love biscuits. I really do. But I feel like we could certainly upgrade to a little faster if possible. You still, yeah. All right. Again, biscuits is great for keeping me from, you know, using up all my food. He's a super jumper. Got a nice amount of hearts. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's still behind me. That's okay. Oh, come on. I think I lost the horse back here. Somewhere in this transition area. Is that him? Is that a pig? It's a pig. Like, we were good, I think, crossing here. I didn't think he went in the water. I don't remember a time reversal. There he is. He, she. Guess it doesn't really matter. Boom. All right, be fast. Uh, hmm. Speed's all right. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe make this one with biscuits. Let's see what we get. What kind of jump? Oh, that's a good jump on both of them. Biscuits, I think, jumps a little higher. Hold on. Oh. Hit the tree. But I think maybe this horse might even be higher than biscuits a little bit. Why does the max jump so hard in this game? Stupid. There we go. Yeah. Alright. And it's pretty. Now we'll see what we get out of these two guys. You know what? Be free, my lad. Be free. And the sun goes down over the water. Alright. Catch a quick set of Z's. Keep the phantoms off of us. I do this often. Try to crash out right before the sun sets. Or rises, I suppose. Alright. What do you need to breed horses? I cannot remember. Is it hay bales or sugar? Or carrots? Is it golden carrots? Does it matter? I know there's a lot of cow action going on. A lot of moves. And, we're going to take care of that shortly, I promise you that. Now, we're at a point where I have multiple spare fishing rods, right? So, oh, there's the trident. Look, impaling 4, unbreaking 3, loyalty 3, and mending. Super expensive. I don't think I'm going to be able to put riptide on it. I mean, maybe. I think it's the last. I think the last one I put on was like 18 levels. So I mean, I think the next one's 32. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, is there an impaling 5? If there is, like, yeah, I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get this trident because it's already pretty beast. And like, I'm learning crossbow. All right. I just happen to notice the bees are in their hives, so boom, boom. I try to gather most nights, but you can see it doesn't always work out. I'd say the flow of this day is a little off. All right, they're back out. We'll leave them alone. I just try to keep that wax going because we're getting, like I said, we're getting the copper going here. And again, I'm just gonna let most of it oxidize. And then I can use the wax and axes to get whatever, to really get it where I want it to be in the look for whatever build we're doing eventually. I do want to use some copper, though. And no, this is not probably the most efficient way to do this. But when you're living the simple Minecraft farmer life, it works just fine. It's fine. Boop boop. Almost a stack. Looking good. All right. I want to get rid of this extra bow. I want to get my inventory light. All right. So next stage, I would do some farming. Right. Gather up some materials to bring over to the village. But don't really need to do that because I've been gathering materials and already taking them over there. One thing I could probably use. I think I have a decent amount of flint over there, but I'm probably going to need more. I need to go gather more gravel. That's what I really need to do. And I keep forgetting I put this post here so I can use my horse. Do I have a lead in the bag? I do. Perfect. Let's take our new horse. It's either about the same speed or maybe even a little slower than Biscuits. We'll get there someday, but I started calling Biscuits. I don't know what to... Maybe you'll call you Gravy. Kind of looked like gravy. All right. Brown gravy, but whatever. Let's see. So, yeah. So, we've got lots of coal. I've done a lot of mining. I forgot to show you my mining box, but done a lot of mining. Managed to get a ton of coal, so I've got plenty of that for trade. Grabbed a ton of gravel. We've been breaking those down into flint for trades. In fact, I don't have any more gravel here. Clay balls, feathers, you know, basically just tons of stuff I need to trade with these guys. So this guy is sticks. Oh, I forgot to bring sticks. Flint, string, and feathers. We can grab some flint. You know, some string, and some feathers. Make trades I need with him, get experience and emeralds. Advance their trades. Now, he is kind of annoying because, all right, the best part about what he does, if I didn't have the Skelly farm, which I didn't when I first started trading, boom, I've got emeralds for for diamonds. I've got arrows for emeralds, and that is huge. I don't have to worry about chicken farm and flint and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty set there, right? Uh, Crossbows if I want them. A bow with both Unbreaking 2 and Power 2. This is a great trade. 17 emeralds for this bow. I could buy two of them, and I'd have Unbreaking 3 and Power 3, right? Well, pretty slick. Love that. The only problem is I've got Arrow of Water Breathing. So I could shoot myself. You get 22 seconds of extra water. Uh, okay. You'll see this guy's still got his gold. We need to bring Flint over here. That's our next big trade. So I could bring some coal, iron, and Flint, and we'll advance him real quick. Coal, iron, Flint. We are wandering today. Hey, buddy. So we're getting that 5 little shots of XP along with the experience that's added here. So we've already made 10 emeralds. And we already advanced his next trade before I even traded the flint, right? And then his axe is diamond axe with sharpness 2, efficiency 2. Again, great trade. So basically what I'm trying to do, what I always try to do with the village that I take over, is get 2 armorers that will give me a full set of armor, tool and weapon guys that get me all the weapons and all the tools. So shovel, axe, sword, pickaxe, and hoe. All diamond. And look at this diamond sword. It's only 14 emeralds. So let's do this trade. Oh, I need more flint. All right, we'll grab a little more flint. I'll get him up to master level. We'll see what the sword's got. Maybe. Might have to do it in the morning. Oh. I saw an orb. Get over here. Oh, I also took that spare villager and made him a cartographer. Alright, let's go to sleep. I've got the place pretty well lit up, but you never know. Alright, let's see if I can find Homie and get this last trade. I'm curious to see what he's got. Yeah, I know you like this stuff. Yeah. Alright. Sharpness 1. So, for 28 emeralds, I can have a diamond sword with sharpness 2. Just like that. For 46 emeralds, I can have sharpness 3, efficiency. Actually, I got about, yeah, efficiency 3. So, I mean, boom, boom, nice trades, we're set. The Fletcher over here is my favorite Fletcher, right? Where he's a master now, so he doesn't have any arrows up here, but I can trade him straight up. I don't really know if this, it depends. Like the Fortune 3 shovel I have kind of beats out, I think, this deal, right? But anyway, his bow, it just has power 1, but what he does sell, and what I've been buying, and if you look over there to the bottom right of my little inventory above the coal, you can see 19 arrows, and those are 19 Wither 2 arrows. So I get 5 seconds of Wither added when I hit somebody. Now, if I hit him with the bow, unless it's a big old enemy, it isn't really going to matter. Like if I go to fight the dragon, that'll be cool. If I fight a warden, that'll be cool, or some of these bigger things. But for the most part, I'm a one-hit kill on the bow anyway. However, with the crossbow, it's not a one-hit kill, and so the effect kicks in, and it's kind of cool. But anyway, lots of these guys running around with diamond little thing. I don't know why it just keeps freezing, you guys. It's really bad right here, right now. I have no idea. This is one of those long ones where, like I said, if I was playing, if I was in a dungeon right now, right, if I was in a trial chamber, I'd be dead. I'd be back at spawn. Or wherever I put my bed. If I was swimming, sink to the bottom and drown and die. So, again, I don't really experience lag like this, or I haven't been. I don't know. I mean, I've played a little bit in some of my other worlds, and I really don't be experiencing like that. So, yeah. But I probably can make some trades with this guy with the clay, stone. I think I brought some andesite over, maybe. And what's left? Nether quartz, easy. So lots of easy emeralds from this guy. That's why I love stonemasons. If you get a little clay farm going. Actually, that's probably more than enough stone, but whatever. And then give me some clay. Did I bring the andesite? I feel like I did. Maybe I sold it to him last time. Yeah, I sold it to him last time. Alright. I just want to show you some of the villagers that I use for quick and easy trades. And then I can get Scion glazed terracotta to make some cool looking things, and quartz pillar. So, I mean, you know. Mainly this guy's here because clay is easy, stone is easy, andesite is easy, quartz is easy. 20 emeralds, all the XP, every single trade. Speaking of which, we are up to 36 levels. So I believe we're like 12, maybe 10 to 12 levels above from where we started. And then, of course, we got our paper trades. Ooh, let's trade with the cartographer. Let's do a little bit more paper with this guy. I need to get some more paper over here. I really should increase my sugar farm. I mean, my sugar cane farm. Hey, buddy, what's up? Anyway, I wanted a cartographer because of maps. So we got Plains Village map already. I happen to know that on my particular map that I have mapped out for this area, there's no Plains Village, so that's cool. And then we've got well, we'll see here in a bit. Oh, glass. I knew I knew. So we'll just make this trade. I need to bring some glass over next time. Well, I've already found one trial chamber. But hopefully he gives me a trial chamber map to another trial chamber, because it's kind of small. There's only like maybe like 4 rooms with mobs. I decided to leave this bit of spruce just as it is. Like, I'm not even going to cut it down. It just looks good with my multi-tree kind of setup here. I'm gonna go with biscuit. Biscuits is faster. Not by much. Not by much at all, but definitely is faster. All right. There we go. That's better. Let's breed these cats and let me get a kitten. I feel like I just need to do that. Just need to do that. I usually have like quite a few cats around my base. Even as well lit as we are. Wait, let me listen to him purr. Oh, we got another little black and white one. Nice. Nope. Here, 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 here. Can you not sit on that? Probably not. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Eh, eh. No, I'm not actually throwing a cat down the stairs. It's impossible. Eh, eh. All right, close enough. You guys are nuts. Come here. I don't even know where you think you were going. Ah, eh, 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 eh. And you, come here. Feel like I'm back with my own children. Get over here. Sit down. Stay there. What's wrong with you? You're like, Pizza, you were a terrible parent. Sometimes. Come here. Get over here. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Get, sit. Sit. You're you're in timeout. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. The one hole I forgot to clean up. Bundler. I'm a bundler. He bundles all the time. It's your little butt back down there. You're such a punk. I don't care. It's my house. I break what I want to break. Full parental mode. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Let's. Oh, I should have left this stuff over there. It's fine. I need to get stuff back over there. Chip for later. The other thing I do occasionally. I set these couple of knuckleheads up for some wool. I do it fairly regularly. You can see we're working on 3 stacks of wool just from these 2 sheep that I occasionally run by and remember to trim. Yoink, yoink. What else? Clay balls. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. This goes back in the bag. Oh, I wish I had some room. I think I'll keep that stone on me and I'll put some of this just in here. Nice have a little bit of stone. And then emeralds, spare emeralds go in here. Cool. Sun's going down. We'll grab a quick nap. Nice. All right, I gotta be honest. I generally have a bladder of steel, but I've got to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back hopefully in listen to. Alright, we're back. Got a little bit of soda, a little caffeinated beverage here. Looking good. We got our trim. Let's start kind of getting into that. Let's play with the boxes first. I don't know if you guys like to do it, but I, of course, like to peek in people's chests. See what they've been up to. I bought some of the bone blocks over. I've actually used quite a bit on the trees to just speed that up. I think I don't know if I made any more torches, but here are the spawners I was talking about. This one is a zombie spawner. I think this is the skelly spawner, and I think that is a poisoned or regular spider spawner. I don't know which one. Anyway, we still got our garbage box full of slime balls, cobwebs, name it. Who knows? I did think, though, it would look cool if I had, like, kind of like that right there, though. Let's break it. Just a few cobwebs, kind of, you know, in the mix. Like that. Yeah. Maybe I should put one above it, too. That's going to take forever to fall, but whatever. Like that, maybe. I still feel like there should be more spider web. How do we do this? That, 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 and that. Maybe one more. Oh, nope. It's kind of hanging down. Like that whole corner. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I kind of like that. That looks better. I think maybe this one's got to go too. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like how the light kind of diminishes in that back corner and it gets kind of gross. I might take that out and throw one more in there like that. And then the moss above it. Yeah. Okay. The only thing I don't really like is this one dirt block right here. I think that needs to be moss, maybe. Right. No, I don't want string. Come here. Here. Then there. Yeah, see how I changed the light on that? That looks way better. Alright. But I think I want to leave that dirt. Okay. Yo, it's a junk box. Yeah, there. Where did I get? Oh, that's right. I pulled it off, didn't I? Alright, we'll throw... No, let's throw that on somewhere. There we go. Oh, playing with the boxes. There we go. We got all the skewt we could possibly need for a wolf army. Here's, oh, the template for the netherite upgrade. We got 2 left. The original, you know, template of the flow. We got the breeze rods. A few golden carrots. And literally, I believe the last 12 diamonds to my name. In the ore box, there it goes. In the ore box, you can see. Now, I don't know if you noticed in the trader area, but I had a lot of like iron ore, coal ore, and that kind of stuff. So a lot of the stuff I mined, I've taken over there already. all the diamond blocks I have left are these three diamond ores I found in stone, which I found out were kind of rare, so we'll save those. I gotta go on a diamond hunt. It's basically where I'm at. Well, and then again down in the bottom here, we've got a lot of the leftovers from the trial run. I got a Bad Omen 2 potion, an Ominous Trial Key. I didn't realize I left without spending. Then we got some of the chainmail and iron gear. I've also got this flow battered pattern, and then all these shards. I had only one of these axe shards, but I thought it'd be cool to go ahead and make that pot. And then gathering, I mean, we're really low on stone. This chest used to be pretty full, but I've since used quite a bit. But we are starting to stack up on some of the deeper earth materials like this deep slate and the tuff. And I've got some blackstone now. Another rack and some magma blocks. I've actually used up a lot of dirt as well. And our wood pile is, you know, it kind of fluctuates. Still got my spare coal in case of emergencies, and I used up all the bamboo. Daytime. Skadoosh. Alright, so normally what I would do next is grab pumpkins and melons, clay, sugar's looking close, bamboo's ready, and I'm guessing potatoes and carrots are ready. Yep. So the only thing I think I'm really going to do is take down this bamboo right now. Where are you? You little... That's alright. I feel like the cats are lagging out the game. It can't be their fault. Horse? We'll have the perfect little family over here. It's gonna happen. Worth my time. Yeah, the spider webs are sick. I love them. Looks so good. All right. To me. You might be like, what'd you do that for? Yeah, it looks good. All right, let's get essential. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah. Man. All right, so we're going to go into creative mode here and start just doing things. Now, I've already picked out a few things. We've got our stone satchel here. We've got an ore scanner for ancient debris. Let's grab this. And then We got the air bladder. We also have the ore scanner for iron, gold, and quartz. The ore scanner for emerald, diamond, and lapis. But we're just going to use the ancient debris because I think that will pretty much explain how this works. And I think most people interested are probably, I think most people interested in the essentials pack are interested in the ore breaker, the tree breaker, and the scanners, and probably the pokeball, which we'll try here in a bit. But we're officially into it, but we're going to go into the nether old school, and then we'll switch over. I kind of have the hiccups. Because I want to show you what I did this. So what I did is I, oh, hold on. All right, we're here in our reinforced bunker because of all the ghasts. Let's get. I didn't bring much food, but I guess if we go into creative mode, it shouldn't matter too much. I didn't bring a lot of blocks with me either, so I guess, well, it won't matter anyway. All right, let's grab some. Let's grab some dirt for now. Get me some food. I didn't bring any torches either. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, so. Sorry, there's nothing I can do here. Wouldn't it be fun to be fighting a ghast right now? There we go. All right. Yeah, so I figured my best way down was through the center here. I need to get some of this basalt. And I kind of just basically worked my way through here. And then I got to here, and then I dropped down and built back up later, so. And then, so we're in this this soul sand valley, right? Here, let's take that actually, because we're going to switch to creative mode. Put that in my hand, and then ore scanner. But I think this time we're just going to go into creative mode and just show you how this works. And I will let you decide how particularly useful this is. Anyway, so I went further and dug in. Let's go somewhere else. Right, so I think I'm up at the top right. Yeah. All right. So there's home. Okay. And you can see there's like lots of problems right here. Well, eventually, this is where we'll be able to find the happy ghast things in the where the bones are. But anyway. Gonna go this way. This way. And then, oh, look, here's one of my places. All right, so you go in, right? You start digging. It would really help if I didn't have this massive, like, time reversal crap. But you get in there, right? You want to avoid, like, you know, lava, hopefully. Soul Sand Valleys are one of the places where you want to look for netherite. Ooh, I could use that. I'll tell you what, let's just go into, now, Silk Touch or Breaker would be great here. Anyway, I'm going to dig a little hole in here. We're at 36, so, I mean, we can go down significantly, too. Quartz is one of those things I haven't really been gathering. And then we take this ore thing and we shoot it, right? So it went 30 blocks that way. It went 30 blocks this way. It went 30 blocks this way, right? This is how you end up using this thing. Because it's so random, right? Now, what I want to point out, it doesn't mean there isn't any ancient debris near here. It just means I haven't hit a vector. Where there's ancient debris. And I'm really glad, honestly, that I didn't find any, because I want to explain that even with... Sorry, I'm going to get these magma blocks. Even with the ore breaker, I guess the question is it faster than, like, bed mining or whatever? I think so. But it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything. Alright, so let's go back to creative. Creative is this one. Thank you, pizza. What another spot. So remember, we're up a little high. All I can say is on the PlayStation 4, I'm going to keep this playthrough. We're going to keep going, and eventually I'm just going to do what I need to do. But, man, it is super annoying. All right, where's my super shovel? I need my super shovel. We need that. There she is. Oh, I'm not on... Anyway. Let's go this way. And then into here. Some block problems, so we'll just place whatever we can to try to fix that. You might see some of the blocks, even though I'm placing stone, or turning into ancient, or turning into soul sand. It's because this mod is cracked just a bit. stone back more than anything. The rest of this stuff is garbage. Alright, so let's see if we found anything in here. There we go. Detected ancient debris 1, 15.8 blocks away. Now, it was somewhere in this vicinity, so we're going to wait until that goes away. Down. All right. 22 blocks away, somewhere in this direction. Got this lovely mix of materials. And I want to point out this happens a lot. Remember, it's hard to tell exactly where and when you hit. The angle could really make all the difference in the world. If I moved past 30 blocks away, it was like 28 point something. Alright. So I don't really know where this stuff is. But what I found was digging down, right? Oh, that's what we got to watch for right there. Oh, come on. Can be beneficial in that you might find some ancient debris on a different vector. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to run into this eventually. Oh, I saw it. Yeah, I missed it. Alright, so somewhere in here. There we go. 13.4 blocks away. Let's go. Somewhat in this direction on a downward slope. Now, trying to nail that again. Is nearly impossible. I just want to point that out. Oh. 8.2 blocks away, so it seems to be a little bit further downwards in its motion. Not there. Somewhere there. Alright. There it is. Now, the other thing I want to point out, it says 2. It may only be 1. I get all the time. It'll be like 9 pieces this way. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. There we go. Come on. Right now I see 1. And I have no room in my inventory for it. So let's see if I can pick it up by tossing this. Nope. This. Yeah, alright. So yeah. Oh, here's the other piece. Now, find 1, I would definitely say scan around. Because I do feel like I've been kind of lucky finding them in, like, groups. But that's, yeah. You see I had to do a lot of work underneath to protect this place. That's what I did. And I did that for like 2 hours, I think. I threw a lot of netherrack into lava. I also threw my bow. Like if you're like, pizza, I don't remember things being in that order on your bow last time. Props. Oh, these dang hiccups. Props for noticing that. I lost a bow, a fishing pole, a bundle bag, and a sword in the time that I've been playing. Alright, get out. Get out. Since the last episode. What did you do? This ain't the series. We'll get to it. Right. Wait. Idiot. Alright, I need to get a fence post. Do. So I can take my horse to do this. We are stuck in lag purgatory. Time is still happening, so if a zombie and a creeper happen to sneak up on me, I'll be dead. Oh, look. This is the way you want to play Minecraft. This is the way you want to play Minecraft. This is the way you want to play Minecraft. Not with a bang, but a whisper. I'm an idiot. If it wasn't lagging, I could have just flown home. Pizza. Flown home. Forget it. We're just tossing everything in here. No, I can't. I can't leave the stone and gravel in here. That's crazy talk. Am I a man? Now the question is, why isn't the stone going into the stone satchel? I'm in creative mode. Yeah. Why isn't this synced up? I'm so confused about this thing. All right, so we take this thing. No, I can do this. So I duck. So I duck. Click on this. No, I click on this. No. Put this in my inventory. Click on this. It just dumped all the stone out of it. God dang stupid. And we're lagging. Y'all. If I'm not mistaken, all stone that I mine should go into this bag, but it won't frickin' work, y'all. All right, let's see if I can understand it. You gotta crouch. I keep taking everything out of it. God bless. You know what? I'm taking everything out of it. Fine. I guess we got to start over. These are not that. They're helpful in theory, but for whatever reason, they stop working at a certain point. It decides that no, you've got enough stone in here. This thing should hold like 5,000 stone, and every bit of stone that I collect should go into it. Stupid. Figure out the right goddamn place for this stone goes. I'm irritated, y'all. You're supposed to duck. You're supposed to duck, and then it decides. All right, so I'm gonna take all the stone out of it. It keeps placing the same stack. No, amount enabled. I'm so confused. Now it's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, people of all types and ages, I gotta just give my official opinion on Essentials. It is broken for the PlayStation 4. It's broken for pizza. It doesn't work correctly. It causes a lot of issues, a lot of problems. There's a lot of good things about it that I want to work, but I think I can find them in other add-ons that probably won't crash my game and cause all these issues and make things that don't work. The ore finder for the ancient debris helped me find and get this full set of netherite armor, something I've never done and constructed before, but it did not find me a bastion. And so in order for me to get a smithing template for the netherite armor, I just went into creative mode and gave myself the smithing template. The other thing I gave myself in creative mode is the ore scanner. The ore scanners are not that great, it's particularly if you're looking for iron, copper, or all other kinds of things. It just hits off of so many different places in so many different ways that you really don't have a good idea of where this stuff is. And so you just end up digging a big hole in the middle of a wall, which you could do anyway, right? And you could strip mine it, and it would probably be slightly more economical. What I'm saying is, if you want to use the ancient debris one, it kind of makes sense. The Pokeball, it's great, but you know what? They make boats and rail carts. I'm not even going to explore it. I'm kind of done with this. I really like this map. I really like this spawn. And I really enjoy this survival playthrough. So I'm going to stick with it. And we'll be back. But as far as like essentials, no. I don't think I would play with this mod pack again. Uh, Here. Let's go over a few things. So the Ore Breaker. Ore Breaker's great. I love it. But if you want fortune to hit more often than not, you need to turn it off before you mine blocks that fortune is going to be important for, right? Tree Breaker. I like the Tree Breaker. It's great. We can get a little fine tuning in the settings and decide whether we want to, you know, knock down just the, the wood, the leaves, however. Cropland planting is great. Death Waypoint, sure. Chunk borders. I mean, this is huge. This is huge for anyone that plays on console in Bedrock. Finding these chunk borders is massively helpful if you know what they mean and how to use them. So that's a big bonus. Tree planting, it's going to depend on how you play, right? Sorry, I just want to get those borders out of the way. Leaf breaker, there you go. Breakable spawners, absolutely awesome. I don't even know what this means. The sand breaker can be fine-tuned. Again, if you're doing clay, dirt, grass blocks, if you don't mind the fact that the silk touch isn't going to work on all the blocks, uh, I would say, again, grabbing mass piles of gravel is great, but if you want to break these, you want to turn off the ore breaker, go with your Fortune 3, and then get what you need out of it. Tool replacement, early game or anytime, if you're just like, I'm not making a diamond or a netherite shovel, I'm just going to use stone shovels for the rest of my life or whatever, that's great. Have 30 stone shovels or however many, 12 stone shovels in your inventory. It's fine. I don't really understand this. I mean, I do. It literally tells you what you can do. So if I'm mining and I don't want a bunch of cobblestone, it'll automatically get rid of cobblestone. That's it. Fantastic. Love this. Sure. I don't really map, but it sounds cool, but it can also break the game. It literally tells you in this description. Oops. I don't have the descriptions on. It'll break the game because you'll get too many maps. Stonebreaker, again, fantastic for certain things. We can get chunks of, netherrack or whatever. That would actually probably be helpful. And that's it. And the Pokeball, I mean, here. All right. You can reset your trades. Pretty sure this is creative only. You can make circles. You can make checkpoints that you can warp to, sort of. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. These don't really work, except for the ancient debris. Seems to be, here we go. Why not play this? Because you can't. It's just so slow. Slows down everything. Big lava bucket, sure. Big water bucket, absolutely. Little extra air if you don't have respiration, fantastic. Yeah. I don't even know what this thing is. It doesn't... Like, I have to know what kind of blocks it works on. I think it has to be the fake blocks. So, it's trash. Um... The portable anvil, crafting table, and ender chest. The ender chest is dope. I'm not saying these things aren't cool, because you don't need to carry the materials with you or find the materials. You can always place one of these down. If you can put it in a bundle, dope. Sleeping bag, this makes things in alphabetical order. The flashlight and the mining helmet are okay. Super sponge. So let's grab the mining helmet. We'll go in the dark at some point with that. Hopefully I didn't erase something important. And this bucket holds 4, and then we're going to grab a capture cube. Forget it. So basically we have a Pokeball. We're going to go use it. We're going to see if we can capture a villager from another village. I see a pig down there, but let's face it. Let's use this on something we would really rather use it on. I feel like probably out of all the things, this is probably like the next most useful thing. Everybody's asleep. No, here we go. Fletcher. I don't really know if I want to catch anybody with a job. A gerb? I don't know. Can I catch an iron golem? I can. So now he's in the Pokeball. Let's see if we can pop him back out. There he goes. Oh my gosh, you are so beat up, bro. Are you shitting me? Oh, the lag in this game and this... There, here. Just trying to fix this. All right, no armor. But it does light up a significant area. It does kind of make things a little weird. Why would he be at this door? Look at all this light. Why are you here? Like, I'm not... I understand I have a headlight on, but there are torches here. Really helpful in a cave. You got to remember you still need to keep your torches on you. That's a sheep. Pokeballs. Yeah, they have their uses, I suppose. No, it'd be great if you are in the middle of nowhere, like your spawn's in the middle of nowhere, you're happy where you're at though, and you find a village and you want to make your own village or trading place. Or you need cows and you want to go capture some cows. I don't know. Yeah, you should. Huh? Hello, hello? Oh yeah. Let's get this gunpowder. A couple brown mushrooms. Alright, Alright, so yeah. My overall impression of the Essentials add-on. It's not that great. It's just not. The tree breaker's great. The ore breaker's great. If you have to take your time and go to the settings and modify it, remember, don't break your diamonds. Whatever you're trying to get a lot of, you want fortune to proc. So you need to either spread it out so it's like one space, one space, one space, or hit it one at a time. You got to change your settings a lot. Same thing with the leaves. Maybe you don't want to take the leaves off now because you're not going to get as many saplings and sticks if you don't, let it naturally decay. That's just the way it is. But at times, maybe you've got plenty of saplings and plenty of things that you need, so having the leaf breaker on is going to be a lot better. The ore finders. They suck. But if you're a person like me who's never made netherite because I didn't want to strip mine the nether with a bunch of beds and stupid crap that I don't feel like doing, it's pretty helpful. I mean, it did make this happen. Plus tools. And I did it, like I said, I cheated in the ore breaker, or the ore finder, but all this is pizza on survival mode. So you can make it happen. It can be helpful. I would say the most helpful things out of this are the 4 water bucket, the 4 lava bucket, the ancient debris ore finder, the tree breaker, ore breaker off and on. It's great for silk touch. Ore breaker is fantastic for silk touch. I got nothing but good news on that. As far as like being able to break up blocks of sand and dirt, also pretty helpful, right? I can't really knock that one. However, the lag. It's pretty much untenable. If you're trying to play hardcore, don't. Unless you're on like maybe a PlayStation 5 or PC. Again, I don't know how it works on there. Maybe it's great. I kind of doubt it. But maybe it is. I don't know. I feel like it's going to have lag either way, depending on your system, your memory, what you built here. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. I mean, consider if I had like massive, machines and I was messing with the tick rate and all that kind of stuff. Bro, I don't think it would be happening. I don't think this would work at all. And I can do that. It gets laggy. We have issues, but not like this. So, yeah. Look at me. Like, why am I floating? Oh, I'm in creative mode. I'm just an ass. All right. I think if it works on your system, this is a semi-decent add-on. It combines several things that can make your life easier. They work okay. Some are great. Literally, the replanting thing, I love it. You know, obviously I'm a big fan of the tree breaker. I chopped down so many trees. It's just done. Normally I leave the leaf breaker on, but again, I'm getting to a point where I'm saturated, so I could just turn the leaf breaker on and I'm fine. I just got good enough to keep going and life is great. So we're I like that. Uh, but overall, even if I was playing on PC and everything worked, even if I was playing on PlayStation 5 and everything worked, I don't think this one's gonna stick around. You know, I figure I can get like one or two mods that do the same thing and really keep things just working so much better. Uh, I'm not saying I don't have terrible lag spikes sometimes in regular Minecraft. I'm not saying that sometimes there aren't issues. There are times where I die and I don't think I really should have, but it's just there's no way it's going to happen here. And again, I don't really see the benefits outweighing basic gameplay. So, except for the ancient debris finder, baby. Look at me. Yeah. Yeah. Never had netherite armor, never had netherite gear. Got to give props to that. Thank you for the Essentials mod add-on for that. Looking spiffy, baby. All right, so what happens with the series from here? What are we doing? What's the plan? What's going on? Man. I really like this spawn. I like this area. I don't normally play on a map like this. There we go. In this massive savanna desert. I like jungle. I like plains. I'm not knocking that. But yeah, it's just a bit of a different playthrough for me. Hello, sword. I don't want to keep that. And then, I don't know. It's a good area, and I've done a lot. So as far as the survival playthrough, yes. Please feel free to continue watching this. I'm going to continue this series for more episodes. I'll promise that. More than one. No, we're going to go a little ways, and I just really... Let's see if we can get a quick sleep in. I doubt it, but maybe. Got it. Got it, man, I'm so good. But yeah, I really like this spawn. I don't really feel like starting over. You know what I mean? Some of this really happened because of luck. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep this in the background as just sort of a survival playthrough we hit and play with every now and then, a couple times here and there, a month. We'll see where it goes from there. I've got some plans for some other Minecraft playthroughs, both survival and more of an adventure type mode. We're at 274 days. You guys have seen a fraction of that. I know. You're like, you got netherite gear. You did all these things where we weren't even around, Pizza. I know. I can make that better. We can do other series where we follow along. But like I said, I really like this world. I like the setup, and I like where we're going eventually. Over to this plains area in that direction to build a new base. So if I don't lose my sword in the meantime, we'll definitely be back. But is the Essentials mod pack add-on going to be an essential mod for pizza? No. Maybe if I upgrade to a different platform and it works better. But it leaves a bad taste in my mouth that you put it out on PlayStation 4 and it doesn't really work. So I just gotta say that. We'll see. Nothing's in stone. Except stone. Ooh. I forgot I'm a god. Look at my pale little garden over there. I love my spot. We got every tree but mangrove. And of course the nether trees. What about cheer? And I think that we're going to call it a video today, guys. I think that's good. I feel like I've explained kind of like, what we're going to do and what we're going through. If you see these videos to be a little less often, that's okay. There'll be more Minecraft coming. And we'll start from the get-go, day one. We can see how we get from, well, can't get rid of the boots, but this guy to this guy, right? And maybe we'll have a different pattern. Maybe we'll find a pillager outpost or something cool. But anyway, yeah, Essentials pack. I'm glad I checked it out. It's been fun. I'm glad I made a series out of it. I'm gonna keep this world. It's amazing. I'm sorry that it's kind of broken because of this add-on, but whatever. It's also add-on plus experimental, so I don't know how that also plays into it. So let's keep that clear. We're on experimental plus add-on. So anyway, I just want to thank all you guys who check out my videos, who watch along. You guys are amazing. I know people like to listen to me in the background while they like play their own video games or make stuffed peppers or whatever they're doing, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I do the same thing with a lot of YouTubers. I get it. I get you. I get you getting me. Hey, appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. To all you friends who are, tuning in, checking out the videos, liking and subscribing and doing all the things, man, you guys are amazing. I find this just a really fun thing to do, and I appreciate any feedback. Again, if you're listening along and you want to join in and say hello, feel free. Pizza's a nice guy. I say hello. I'm not picking on, starting on nothing. I don't really do religion and politics, so we can just chat, whatever about. So let me know. All right. If you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you happen to see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. You guys are amazing. Y'all have a great day, and please be good to each other.